shout anthem here is "This is the one." And as I mentioned, United's fans may be thinking that the next one may be the one. Real Madrid on Tuesday. And keep the gap between themselves and their neighbours. Hours away, so Alex Ferguson may have considered making more changes than he had.
The 7, Robert Snodgrass. 9, Grant Holt.
For caution, Anthony Pilkington, who wrote the headlines when these two met back in November. First half. These players in this Norwich starting 11. And Johnson, there was 2 men over there as he tried to pick out Grant Holt.
Oh, that's a real waste. He made a really good run. They slid him in behind. Johnny Evans wasn't quite sure whether to go out here. A little bit of hesitation gave him plenty.
Rooney. Shinji Kagawa beaten to the punch by Snodgrass.
Well, he's taking a sore on there, Robert Snodgrass. Determined to win the ball. I'm not quite sure what the damage. He seemed to hurt himself on the follow-through here.
Rooney's on the move, and Van Persie trying to find him.
Just a little bit heavy with the pass. I do think Michael Turner should be matching that run of Wayne Rooney there. Basson can't see him coming, but Michael Turner can see the pass being made, and he can see...
Van Persie with 7 assists so far this campaign. He's looking for Nemanja Vidic, who wins the header.
Well, it was all about the first ball. I just wonder if Mark Bunn, had he made up his mind early, could have come and got a fist on that.
Shinji Kagawa, Anderson, Van Persie, lovely football from Manchester United, Robin Van Persie, and there to greet him was Bunn, who took a knock for his troubles.
Well, the link-up play between Rooney and Van Persie is terrific, isn't it? And but for the quick feet here of Mark Bunn, Norwich might have been a goal down. He sees it really early. Basson sees it as well. But
Kagawa trying to find Michael Carrick. Nice touch from Carrick, but not the necessary power in the shot.
Well, he sorted his feet out really quickly there, Michael Carrick, to lose Wes Hoolahan on the edge of the box, shaped as if he was going to hit it with his right.
Nemanja Vidic to attack it. They wanted another corner, but they're not going to get it.
Yeah, I think they might have had a case there. I think the reaction of the players tells the story here.
Almost paid off for Pilkington. And he concedes the foul.
Well, Grant Holt's saying he took some of the ball, and he may well have done, but I do think he catches Valencia as he follows through here. Gets his toe to the ball, but leaves his...
Antonio Valencia didn't fancy it on his left foot. Wayne Rooney on his right, blocked by Martin. Norwich City are hanging on here. Robin Van Persie checking onto his left foot. Normally they come off.
Well, he was always going to go onto his left side, wasn't he, to open up the target for himself. That all came from a slack header from Michael Turner that almost put Norwich...
Nemanja Vidic. Antonio Valencia, Robin Van Persie, Shinji Kagawa! Patience pays off for Manchester United. They finally make their presence felt at injury time at the end of the first half.
Yeah, they might have got a little bit of good fortune there, because I'm sure Robin Van Persie is trying to score with his first touch. He's actually taken an injury in the process, Van Persie, which will be a worry ahead of the Real Madrid game.
See, but Robin Van Persie, remember, he came off against Queen's Park Rangers last year.
Half-time whistle goes.
Well, it was all going to plan for Norwich City until injury time at the end of the first half, when Manchester United finally found a way through. Shinji Kagawa scoring his first goal since September. Well, the whistle through to Martin. 4 to hit in the middle, including Snodgrass at that near post, and that was a chance. It will be a corner.
Well, it's a really good ball in from Russell Martin here. Snodgrass trying to get across the front of Vidic here. See Vidic having a look over his...
Snodgrass. He's protected the ball well, and Chris Smalling had to time that well.
Yeah, good tackle. And Snodgrass is tricky, but good quick feet. Smalling quick enough to match him there.
6. That's why Chris Hughton did change to 2 up top against Everton last week. Wayne Rooney in behind. Bunn times that to perfection.
Yeah, had to get plenty on it, the goalkeeper. Good run by Rooney up the outside of Michael Turner. Good goalkeeping again. He's been out really quickly today.
Where's Hoolahan? Miscue in here and just cut across it too much. Johnny Houghton.
I think he's got a deflection off someone. I've got to say, I didn't see it, but referee pointing immediately for a corner. Yeah, took it.
In space is Grant Holt, who wins the header. But the referee has blown for the foul. The ball was skewed on the crossbar in any case.
Well, Grant Holt, far from happy. He thinks he won it cleanly at the back post. He was always favoured to climb above Patrice Evra here at the back post.
Rooney. Van Persie was screaming for it.
Well, I think he's got to take the shot on. I don't know many strikers who'll look to pass the ball when they get in there. He's probably trying to hit this with the outside of his foot and move it left to right.
Rooney was caught. A hand of apology immediately from Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson just done by the change of pace there from Wayne Rooney. Again, you know, ahead of the Real Madrid.
Held off Vidic well. Almost dropped to Kai Kamara. It was causing Johnny Evans all kinds of problems.
Well, a better touch from the substitute and he might have been in. Holt did brilliantly to hold off Vidic to win the first ball. He just got away there from the substitute.
Rooney has got the better here of Sebastian Bassong. Wayne Rooney, Shinji Kagawa! Coolly done in the end! Closer and closer. Manchester United can see the Premier League trophy sparkling in the distance. It's in view now. And we're looking for a third now with Wayne Rooney. Danny Welbeck left floored by Turner.
Another booking perhaps. That was another clumsy.
Danny Welbeck picking up the baton. Welbeck denied by Bunn.
Done a lot wrong, but haven't really been a threat.
Danny Welbeck looking to hold off Pilkington. Rooney, Shinji Kagawa is in for the hat-trick and gets his hat-trick. He has written the headlines here today. His signature is all over this. Shinji Kagawa, hat-trick hero at Old Trafford.
Once again, for the third time today, he times his one into the box perfectly. And Wayne Rooney, as usual, has got his head up. He sees him coming. And as he did for the second goal, he plays him in.
Here's good Dortmund. He's got 3 here today. Wayne Rooney, he is setting his sights. Rooney! Fantastic! He picked his spot and he found it in style.
Well, you can't say Wayne Rooney doesn't deserve a goal today. He's been the provider most of the afternoon, but that's a special moment. And how United could do with some of that on Tuesday against Real Madrid. Well, they wear teams down. I mean,
Danny Welbeck in the middle. Vital touch this late on from Turner.
Yeah, right on the stretch as well. Michael Turner did really well. You've got to hand it to United. You know, they could have taken their foot off the gas. They've done anything.
They had to work hard, they had to be patient, but eventually they come up with the answer. They always come up with the answer. It is job done for Manchester United. Now they can see the sparkle and focus on the glitz and the glamour of what could be one of Old Trafford's greatest nights here on Tuesday.